guys doing? I'm usually asleep by now, but me and Aaron were playing this game on his phone and we were having so much fun and he just went to sleep. So, I want to tell you, I wasn't planning on doing thoughts before I close my eyes tonight, but we're going to do it because I'm so emotionally moved by it. I don't know, you know, things come to mind, but I was like filled with like a feeling of love, okay, and camaraderie. So when Jeremiah was young, um, his great grandmother was still alive, and for a while they didn't want me specifically. His great grandparents didn't want me to come in the house because they were concerned that um, she would have like an adverse reaction because she was his well, it would be his father's grandfather, but Jeremiah's great grandfather would tell me when we first met, he used the term colored. Okay, he didn't know better really. He used the term colored. As we got to know each other, he learned to say the proper phrases. He would say African American or black, right? But when we first met, he said colored, and he would tell me all the time, like, where I'm from, there's two things that you can't be, and that's Democrat and colored. That's what he would tell me all the time. But he was never like extremely mean to me. It doesn't matter, though. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have feelings, right? So, for almost like 2 years, they didn't want me to come in the house because they were afraid of what Jeremiah's great great grandmother would say. Okay. And eventually she was beginning to lose her eyesight. She was suffering from sundowns. And they told me one day, like, I don't think she can see. So come on in. And so, I began coming over, and I had no choice but to be there anyway, because by this time is when I was I had to do supervised visits with Jeremiah in the home with my abuser and his grandparents. And, I would be there twice a week religiously, and then also was pregnant. So one day, Jeremiah's great grandmother just sits on the steps. Like the way their house is, they have a whole lot of steps, but it's like 6 steps, maybe 6 steps to get to the second floor, 6 steps to get to the third floor, because they had like a bi-level home. Okay, so they had a basement, maybe 4 or 5 steps to get from the basement to the first floor, 6 steps to get to the second floor, 6 steps to get to the third floor. But it wasn't like, it still looks like 2 levels. I think they call that a split level home. Okay, but anyway, she sits on the top of the steps and she asked me to come to her, and like me and Jeremiah were playing or something. He went somewhere and she asked me to come to her. And we sat down there. And she told me when she was a girl, she used to sit on the steps with a colored girl. And they were best of friends. I don't know why I'm so emotional about that, but probably because I feel like whatever feelings she had when she passed away were not of hate, and that she saw me. I never told them about that, but it's something I'm thinking about right now. And I feel warm and fuzzy. And I called on everybody. I called on everybody. So that would mean that she's healthy. She died shortly after that. You'll have a good evening.